In our calendar of things, today is Solitude Day.
We should clarify, solitude is different from loneliness. It's the feeling of contentment when you're by yourself. It's a feeling Apollo 11 astronaut Michael Collins got to know well. When the first men went to the moon, he stayed behind on the ship.
Maine author Alex Irvine wrote about the unique experience of solitude that gave Collins in his book, The Far Side of the Moon.
There's a famous picture from the Apollo 11 mission right after the lander is separated from the command module. And in that picture are Armstrong and Aldrin and planet Earth. So every human being who has ever lived is in that picture except Michael Collins. And it's an astonishing thing to think about. And then he went and he orbited the moon 30 times. And every time he went behind the far side of the moon, he was out of radio contacts for 48 minutes. And what an astonishing thing to think that nobody has ever done that before.
Keep in mind, you don't have to go beyond the moon to catch some solitude, but I imagine there's a significant amount of it there. You can find yourself by yourself all over the state of Maine.
You can, and there are mental benefits to spending time alone. It's been linked to increased happiness and improved stress management. It helps you think over new ideas and helps you understand yourself better, which can lead to fostering better relationships with the people in your life. And this is very serene.
I was gonna say, I just wanted to listen to that water a little longer.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Well, it can do that, everything Amanda says, but it doesn't always. And Maine has one of the most extreme examples of solitude in recent history. You might remember some of this. Christopher Knight lived for 27 years in a camp in the Belgrade Lakes region. For 27 years, he saw no one else. He only ever saw one person in that time. It was an encounter on a trail, and it marked the only time Knight spoke to someone, and all he said was, "Hi." And all that time, he stole essentially all of his provisions, breaking into nearby camps in the night and taking food, sleeping bags, tents, propane tanks, cookware, books, Game Boys, the list there goes on.
He was caught in 2013, and when the story came to light, it actually caught the interest of author Michael Finkel, who exchanged correspondence with Knight and spoke with law enforcement and locals, resulting in a book called The Stranger in the Woods. When we spoke with him in 2017, he revealed that he thinks Knight may have been the most solitary human to ever live.
I almost lost myself in a rabbit hole. I was like, oh, I'm going to make a list of all the people who were more secluded than Chris Knight. And I started reading and reading. And I will make no bragging statements about the book, about the story, but I will tell you, probably will never talk to anyone, Rob, that has read more about hermits in history. I read the equivalent of hundreds of books. And I was like, ready to make a list of people who are more secluded. And I'm going to tell you, as startling as this sounds, I have not come across any known, could be an unknown, known person in all of human history who has been secluded as thoroughly as Christopher Knight.
After 27 years, he was finally caught. He went to court, and he had to come face to face with what you call the steep price that he paid. The fear that he felt every time he broke in, the shame that he felt over stealing because he knew that was morally wrong, the cold and the hunger that he endured. So that brings us to the big question. Why did he go into the woods and stay away from people for 27 years?
I mean, that is the ultimate question. He found this contentment, this joy. Though there was suffering, he found this happiness in his own life that, frankly, I don't see that often amongst everyone else here in the world. Very few of us do exactly what's in our heart. We feel bound by conventions of society, by rules, some of us by like children and responsibilities, but those are really excuses sometimes. This man took a radical leap. He had an idea in his head, and he went for it more completely. He lived more fully to his ideals than most of us ever will.
What a take on it.
Yes. Yeah. So maybe go find a quiet space if you can tonight and celebrate Solitude Day.
Right. Maybe not 27 years. Space in your house is a good start, at least.